This is Juliet Loves Beginning with a blog post called The Treasure is Within. The answer is within. You can be told that at times and it feels frustrating. If the answer is within, why don't I know it? More accurately, you are the answer. The answer to why you feel frustrated is that you are blocking yourself. The good news is that you are the one doing it, which makes you very powerful. You are not a victim of anyone or anything outside of yourself because there is nothing outside of your shared self. We know that it appears very believable in the story that you are an entity subject to many separate aspects seemingly outside of you, more powerful than you, but we will tell you directly, this is a lie. You have been spinning this lie of weakness and separation out through time, and we call you to tell you the truth now. You are unified, and you are power itself. No separate aspect of the illusion you are projecting has any true power over what you are. You may enact for a while that aspects that seem to be outside the character can affect the character, but know that you are acting, and know that you find yourself in a story. It is the story, not the reality. When you believe you are the separate character in the story, you are blocking the love you are, the love everyone and everything is, which is unified and unconflicted. As you remember the truth of what you are, you allow the love you are to guide everything. Every thought, every word, every action. It all begins with thought. As you sense which thoughts are truth and which ones are lies, you know which thoughts to heed and which to allow to float away. You know by how you feel. The correction for any perceived imbalance is within. It's not out there in the story you are projecting. It is in the wholeness of all of us which can flow harmonically into your story. You participate in the story as the wholeness, not as a character. You are able to move through the story peacefully and happily because the characters you meet recognize who they are in you. They find a resting place in you. So if you experience what seems to be a problem during your day, where is it located? It is always located in misperception, and the story that seems to surround you reflects that misperception back to you. If you go to the story to try to correct the problem out there, it is like trying to comb your hair by running a comb over your reflection. It's not going to change anything. After you solve one problem in the story, you'll have another reenactment of problem to solve. This is what time is. It's the reenactment of the original problem you misperceived. You perceived that you had separated from your Creator when that was never possible. You were looking at an illusion, and you interpreted what you thought you saw in the illusion. The problem itself, the idea that you separated from your Creator, has no real existence. It never happened. It only seemed to happen because you had the opportunity to experience what you were wondering about in a dream world, never in a real world. We say again, that could not happen. Any imperfection in the real world is not possible. It is the same for the problems that you seem to encounter during your day. It seems they are real, but they are only perception, which is nothing at all. Perception is a means to experience that which can't be possible. Mathematically reducing this, a problem cannot be possible. Play with this. When you believe you are experiencing a problem, say to yourself, I am experiencing an impossibility right now. Isn't that incredible? Sometimes people say, the struggle is real. The struggle is actually unreal. It seems very real, though, doesn't it? The special effects are great here. Ego is very clever, but it is powerless. Ego can only have the power you give it. You give power to ego when you believe the lies ego sends to you. The answer to any perceived problem is always within. The answer leads you to the full realization that the problem never occurred. You never separated from your Creator. You never achieved the impossible. All perceived problems within your story are now reenactments of what you think you did, but never did. If you go within for inspiration and guidance, you will be led through perceived problems with a deeper awareness that they are not problems at all. Every problem can be resolved by perception correction. Luckily for you, we are perception correction specialists and available to you at all times. Any tension you feel comes from the struggle to believe a lie. Stop struggling to believe what never can be true, and allow truth itself to be expressed through you. It is our joy to see you becoming aware of the ongoing loving communication among all beings, to see you using that unending and harmonic communication as the basis for all guidance through experience. And if you would like a practice, this is practice 21, I go within for all answers. Today is a day to find all your answers in the place that brings peace into your experience. Because you are peace itself, you will find your answers in what you are, not in the world you are projecting. Begin a 3-minute meditation by repeating, I go within for all answers. See yourself accessing the vast and powerful peace you are. This is the peace where you meet all beings, for their true nature is there too. If any thought disturbs your peace, recognize that it is coming from a dream of not peace. Say to yourself, I go within for all answers. End by repeating, I go within for all answers. If anything that seems to be outside of you disturbs your peace today, remember, I go within for all answers. That vast field of peace will communicate with you, and you will notice this more and more. Thanks for listening.